The strange part wasn't the footprints. It was that they kept appearing, even after the forest was closed. No hikers, no workers, no animals. Yet every morning, fresh impressions curved through the soil as if someone had walked there while the night was still breathing. And no one could explain who was still moving when nothing else was allowed inside. Tonight, we step quietly into another forgotten mystery, a place where questions linger longer than answers. The air feels older here, as if the past is waiting just beyond the edge of light. Settle in, the mystery is waiting. The forest lies several kilometers beyond the last paved road, a protected reserve, close to the public, marked with warning signs that haven't been updated in years. Satellite maps show nothing unusual, just a dense spread of trees swallowing light. But sometime in early autumn, the rangers noticed something subtle. The access gate remained locked. The motion sensors recorded nothing. Yet deep inside the forest, along an unused trail, footprints began appearing each dawn. They were always the same. 2 feet, adult-sized, evenly spaced, walking deeper in. But that was only the first thing that didn't make sense. Decades earlier, the forest hadn't been silent. It bordered a small research settlement, temporary buildings meant to study soil recovery after controlled deforestation. Scientists, surveyors, night patrol logs. For years, everything followed procedure. Then the reports changed. Equipment began malfunctioning without cause. Watches desynchronized by several minutes. Audio recorders captured long gaps of static right when voices should have been present. No accidents were reported. No official incident. But funding quietly ended. The buildings were dismantled. The road was sealed, and the forest was left alone. Until it started recording footsteps again. The first clue came from the soil itself. The impressions were fresh, but the compression pattern didn't match normal walking. Too even, too measured, as if whoever made them never shifted weight. Then came the timestamps. Trail cameras activated at night, but the images were always empty. The metadata showed the same anomaly every time, a 3-minute discrepancy between internal clocks and GPS time. Next, the rangers found something older. A weathered notebook buried beneath leaves near the abandoned trail. No names, no dates. Only repeated lines written in tight handwriting. Still hearing steps after stopping. Not following matching. Forest remembers the pace. Then came the audio. A ranger left a recorder overnight near the prints. The playback was nearly silent. But beneath the wind, there was rhythm. Not footsteps, spacing, as if something was counting distance without moving. And then, halfway through the recording, the sound changed. It stopped echoing. But the next discovery would change everything they thought they understood. On the 7th morning, the footprints changed direction. For the first time, they curved back toward the entrance. But they never reached it. They stopped exactly where the forest canopy thickened enough to block the sky. No drag marks, no disturbance. Just 2 final impressions, perfectly aligned, facing outward, as if something had paused and decided not to leave. But none of it prepared them for what they found next. A ground scan was authorized. Beneath the final footprints, about 2 meters down, the sensors detected an anomaly. Not metal, not organic, a void. An absence where density should have been. No body, no object. Just a narrow vertical space, the approximate size of a standing human. As if something had once occupied that space long enough for the earth to shape itself around it, and then simply wasn't there anymore. The forest was silent that day. No wind, no insects. Even the audio equipment recorded nothing at all. Today, the forest remains closed. No new footprints have appeared, but the last impressions were never erased. They're protected now, encased beneath clear panels. 2 feet, waiting. Some say mysteries like this don't need answers, that they exist to remind us how little we understand about places we pass through without noticing what they keep. Maybe the forest didn't trap anyone. Maybe it was the only thing still paying attention. So if something truly walked there and chose not to leave, which explanation feels closest to the truth for you?